Hey guys, I'm going to be showing you the fastest way to go ahead and farm the Infinite Tower here inside of Sailor Piece on Roblox. So my personal best recommendations and methods. Anyways, let's get right into it. All right, really quickly, I forgot to mention this, but if you guys do want to be entered in my Game Pass giveaway, all you have to do is leave a like on this video, comment your name down below, and do make sure to hype the video. I will be choosing a winner in a couple of days. Also, make sure to join my Discord linked in the description below because that's another way I can choose winners. So make sure to go ahead and join that trade. There's a bunch of other cool stuff going on in there. So go ahead and join that. Anyways, let's get into this video. The very first thing to note is when you're doing this, you're kind of wanting to split your build between luck and damage. At least this is my personal opinion. There's two things that I recommend. All right. So the very first thing, your setup, your build setup, right? So you want a strong build, but you also want a high luck build. You want a little bit of both if you want to get a lot of drops. Now, if you're just trying to farm tokens and the tower upgrades, then it doesn't really matter too much. You just need to do damage and then just keep going through those floors over and over and over again. So let me show you my build and what I'd recommend for this. So the very first thing that a lot of people recommend is the Eminence clan. Honestly, you can also go very easily with the Frostbane clan. I recommend that, but that is up to you guys because it does that 40% damage, but it also does 12% luck, which is very good. And then max HP is increased, and then sword damage is also increased. So overall, that in and of itself is very, very good. Fortune Chosen, you can go ahead and get that passive if you head all the way over. I believe it would be Hollow. Oh, just kidding. Judgment Island. I always forget where this spec passive is. And just re-roll until you get the Fortune Chosen. This is just to increase your luck. It does increase your damage, but obviously if you get this Rampage one, you're going to get a higher damage increase, I believe. Chance plus one drop. Damage is, only 5 to 12% increase, while the Rampage increases your damage from 15 to 30%, and then a bunch of other stuff. So this is more, again, the top one is more of luck. So depending on what you want to aim for. In my case, I'm actually using the Rampage, but you can obviously use, Fortune Chosen or whatever. These are my personal best, ones that I like to use to AFK the tower. Some people may agree, some people may not, but I'll just go ahead and show you what those are. So the first one, everyone knows this. This is what, the main meta was for a very, very long time, which was the Gilgamesh. You guys can use Gilgamesh. I personally would recommend using Ice Queen, and that is what I'm using right now because it does, a lot of damage. And I don't even have, a super leveled up account. There's still so many things that I haven't really even gone too much when it comes to upgrading. And there's a lot more I still need to do on this account. I have not been grinding anywhere near as much as I need to be ready for C2. Very, very good. Now, this is personally my favorite is Ice Queen right now. You could also use Atomic or True Manipulator. Those are very much recommended, but you can really kind of tamper around with it and make your build custom to you. And I would recommend AFKing and doing all this stuff right now while this times 2 luck event is going. Just my personal recommendation for you. Now, how do we actually automatically farm the Infinite Tower? So you need to go into your settings, you need to scroll down, and you need to turn the auto tower reset to 50 or whatever you are. So if you can comfortably make it to 50, dying or running into any issues, then set it to 50. And the next thing you need to do is go ahead, head over to my website linked in the description below. You should be on a screen that says how to use custom macros. These are ads. Just go ahead and scroll past them, and you guys will see the link to the download. Go ahead and download this. It should be like a little exe file just like this that you guys can go ahead and run. This is the macro that I recommend because you can do more custom stuff than an auto clicker. But if all you have is an auto clicker, that also works. So go ahead and open Tiny Task. I'm just going to use it for this video, and I'm also going to put it so it says always on top. I'm going to go ahead and enable it. That way it stays on top while I'm recording this. Now, really all you're going to have to do is start this round. Go ahead, spawn. Go ahead and just start it. We're going to head over to the Infinite Tower. And before we click start, actually, well, you can just go ahead and click start, get your weapon equipped. I'm going to just turn V on as my auto ability. And as you guys can see, we're dealing almost, 300 million damage thing. And I just really quickly need to go ahead and go through this entire, I need to probably turn on, I don't know. I'm going to have a little bit of difficulty probably AFKing to level 50 because my thing has a really big cooldown. And your floor progression kind of changes. So what I would recommend doing is having it spam 2 different keys, which is what you can do with the macro. You can have it spam 2 separate keys at the same time, which I'll show you how to do in a second. That way, if you can't really just make it off of the auto thing down here, then you should be fine. So anyways, really quickly, I'm going to try to clear and get to level, and I'll basically be back once I've gone ahead and done that. I went ahead and changed the auto tower floor to level 20 just to make it more easy for simplicity's sake to get to. That way, it will just automatically start. So what you can use this macro for is a bunch of different things. I'm only going to show you really how to use it for restarting the round, but you could actually have it spam your abilities for you and switch off in between them instead of just having the auto thing turned on down there. But you want to definitely turn on continuous playback. And what you want to do is once we finally beat this last floor, let's just go ahead and spam this ability. All right, so this should be a pretty easy kill on the Gilgamesh boss, King of Heroes, whatever this is. All right, so there we go. We've now gone ahead and done this. You want to turn on auto replay, and then you guys are going to want to basically Control Shift Alt R, and it's going to go ahead and start recording. And then you're going to click here over and over again. You want to click here for a couple seconds and wait for it to restart before you stop the macro. So I'm going to continue to click right here in the center, like so. So it's another round starting. And as you guys can see, we have pretty much cleared that first floor. It's going to continue to hit, but it's also going to use the ability that instantly kills. And then you can go ahead and also click X and C and all of that different stuff. But just continue to click in the middle of the screen. That's what I'm doing. Then you're going to want to click Control Shift Alt R to get it to stop recording. And then let's go ahead and just move to the center of the map. And then if we go ahead and click Control Shift Alt P, it's going to go ahead and click in the middle where that little replay button is constantly, but it's also going to be clicking on the screen. And then if you clicked XC, you know, any of these things on the side over here, it's going to continue to use them. So very, very overpowered. We're also killing this boss a lot faster because, you know, we're actually dealing damage. Very, very overpowered and very, very simple and easy to use. You can use this macro to do a lot more. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like on this video, comment your username down below, and do make sure to hype the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.